This is week 8, day 1. Basically, we're going to extend the number bond 10 understanding to number bond 100. Now, again, like how you explain 110 at 410 makes 510, which just makes it easier. It sounds like 1 and 4 makes 5, which they know. So if you say 10 and 40, it sounds like a big number. So we say 110 and 410 makes 510, which is basically 10 at 40 makes 50. We're going to say, now look at the big friends, which is 1 at 9 makes 10. Yes? Instead of working on the units, we're going to work on the tens. Now, when the tens group up, they're just going to go next door, which will go to 100. So instead of say 1 at 9 makes 10, we say, what if we work on 1 tenth, which is a 10, at 9 tenths, which is a 90, become 10 bits of 10. So what is 10 bits of 10? It's actually 100. The same can be said for 2 at 8. Instead of say 2 at 8 makes 10, you say 2 tenths is 20 at 80 makes 100. I think it is important for children to be able to interchange using between 10 and 1 bit of 10. 20 is the same as 2 bits of 10. This understanding will make their life much easier, and being able to think of number as the beats on the tens place and the beats on the hundreds place, which then makes them less terrified with the idea of this big number. 3 tenths is just 30. Once you start on this and ask them to write it on the piece of paper, they're going to start getting it. And then they'll feel less terrified by this whole idea of great big number they have to deal with. Okay, now once we have started them on this number bond 100 understanding, then you get them to do it on the abacus and say, again like just now, previous week, you say instead of 9 at 1 is take away 9 at 10. You say, what if we are working on the tens, 90? Well, 90 we can't add any more, can we? The only way, once we add one more 10, previously, they've done the abacus exercise. 90 at 1 more 10, go next door, become 100. Now, get them to practice. 90, how do I add 10? You can't. Who is a friend of 10? Well, get them to write down on the piece of paper this number bond that they can refer to. The friend of 10 is 90. So take away 90, go next door. It's 100. What if we start 90? How do I add 20? Now, you can't add 20, not enough. Okay. Friend of 20 is 80, 8 tenths. So take away 80 at 100. The answer is 110. It is important to get them to say, oh, what number, what is the sum? 80 that you got 90 at 20 more is 110. Okay, then do 90. How do you add 30? You can't. Who is a friend of 30? 70. Bring 70, go into 100. And do all of this until they're a bit familiar. And then get them to do page 38, where they are going to practice this, and this is getting tougher, but they are going to enjoy this. 70. How can I add 30? Who is a friend of 30? 70. Going to 100. Now, then do question like 44. Look, 44 at 60. Do I add the 60 on here? No, this is a unit rod. Do I add 60 on here? Yes, add it on the tens rod. Unfortunately, there isn't enough. Only 50 left. So when there isn't enough bit, you need to think of a friend to bring to go next door. Who is a friend of 60? 40. Bring 40, go next door to 100. So the answer is 104. You can do the same for this big numbers, that one, 210. Get them to put 210, practice a bit of this, 210. At 90, which rod do I add it on? On here? No. On here? Yes. Then you say, can you add 90 on? No. There isn't enough. You just got 80. Look, 50, 60, 70, 80. So that means we need to go next door. Who is a friend of 90 you need to bring? 90 and 10. Go next door. So the answer is 300. 300.